Now is because most ads suck, right? They're the worst. They're not good. In fact, most of them feel like ads, right? If you're going to see an ad in your feed and you're going, this is an ad, boop. But sometimes there's really creative, amazing people who make people click ads. And those people are called valuable, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the reason why our next speaker is here. It's the reason why she's a practitioner and why she's going to teach us exactly how and why somebody would ever stop in their busy lives of scrolling to click on an ad, which, by the way, raise your hand again if you clicked on an ad recently. Exactly, nobody, right? So this is going to be it, and I'm very excited. So can you give me a huge Affiliate Summit West welcome for Savannah Sanchez?
Thank you. Hey everybody, Savannah Sanchez here from the Social Savannah. Thank you so much for attending my session all about how to create scroll-stopping Meta and TikTok ads. I actually live here in Las Vegas, so thank you for coming to where I live. Been calling Vegas home for the last 3 years. You know, the last stage I was on was actually in 2019, and that was Affiliate World in Asia. And on that stage, I was talking all about media buying strategies. I was really leaning into why CBO was the next big thing on Facebook, how machine learning was going to start taking over media buying, and that things were going to become a lot more automated, and that creative is going to be the biggest lever that you can pull. And that was in 2019. So fast forward to today, that couldn't be more true. Media buying on TikTok and Meta is getting easier in a lot of ways. We're utilizing broad audiences, we're utilizing AI for targeting. However, creative continues to be the biggest lever that brands can pull in your ad account to see an improvement in your return. So when I first started in e-commerce, I was actually working as a media buyer at an agency called Common Thread Collective, and that was back in 2018. And in around January of 2020 is when I left that agency to become a freelance media buyer. I was working with e-commerce brands running their Facebook ads and Snapchat ads. And when I was a freelance media buyer, all of my conversations kept circling back to creative. I kept saying, you need better ads, you need better ads. And so I would eventually just start filming on my phone ads for my clients, what we call UGC. It would be me acting in the ads saying why the product was so good. But eventually, especially around the time of iOS 14.5 changes, and that was in April of 2021, that's when media buying got a lot more difficult on Facebook and these other platforms. And this is when I changed my business to really be focused on the important creative components. So since 2021, I have been doubling down on ad creative. I've built a team of over 40 creators and 10 editors, where every week we're working with over 50 brands to make anywhere from 2 to 6 ads per week. So I really cracked the code of what ads work the best for Meta and TikTok. I am now one of the top 5 TikTok marketing partners through the TikTok Creative Exchange, where TikTok matches the top brands with agencies like myself to create ads for the top brands on TikTok. I've had the opportunity to create ads for Wayfair, Built Basics, Shopify, Dr. Squatch, AG1, just to name a few. So today, I'm going to be sharing with you all of the hooks and formats that I've seen work the best in 2023, but most importantly, which formats I think that you should be doubling down on in this new year of 2024. Which formats continuously produce successful results across a broad range of industries and clients. So let's get to it. And all the examples I will be showing you today are all ones that I've strategized on and have created with the creators, the editors on my team. So this one's a really fun one. This one I like to call a solo skit. So essentially, this is one person playing the role of 2 people. So in the first one is a dating example for Bumble, where she's playing both the boy and the girl on the date. The second one is a girl shopping for her boyfriend, scrolling through the phone, showing her boyfriend different examples of things that he should be buying on Built Basics. As you can see, these are both very low production value. Everything is shot on an iPhone, and it's only using one person. When I'm creating ads, I'm always thinking, what is something that we can produce in less than a week and very low budget, but still be effective because it looks organic to TikTok and Instagram? This is something that someone's gonna think, oh, this is an ad, this is just a fun skit. So this is why it's so effective. Another format that has continuously worked across a broad range of clients is the green screen format. So especially if you don't have a physical product, like if you are selling an app or you just want to show your service on a website, having a face talk about the product in front of the screen recording of your website, or it can just be a green screen over footage that you have. So this is UGC footage that we've shot with the bed sheets. The other one is an example for a therapy provider, Alma. Just having a face in the ad really helps with ad performance. It makes it more relatable and really adds more vibrant energy to it than just showing product shots or showing a screen recording of your website. So green screen is definitely one I'm going to continue to do for clients in 2024 and would highly recommend testing out for yourself. You can do the green screen effect using CapCut on your phone too. That's what I think is the best app to use to create this type of green screen effect. And then of course, adding text overlays that look organic to TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, next we have the TikTok comment question overlay. So essentially the hook of the ad is showing that you're replying to a comment on TikTok and you want to answer a common objection. So is the product actually worth it? Does it actually work? Can you show me what it's like? So a TikTok comment question overlay is the perfect time to address FAQs and just those common objections to purchase, like, is it actually worth it? And because you're using a TikTok comment question overlay, it doesn't immediately look like an ad. What's funny is that even though the TikTok comment question overlay is of course organic to TikTok, I see that this format also works really well on Facebook and Instagram. This one is a classic. It is what I ordered versus what I got. So this is a hook that I have been using probably for over 3 years now, and it still continues to work. Essentially, the setup for the ad is I saw this cool product online and I wanted to see if it was actually worth it. And we show what the product looks like on the website. And then, hey, now I received it. I'm going to try it for you guys so you don't have to. Here's my honest take. And of course, I love it and you should shop now. So that's the basic setup for the ad. And I think the reason why this ad works so well is because it keeps people intrigued in the hook. People want to know, okay, I saw this product online. Is it actually worth it? People are watching to the end of the video to see what the testimonial is. So this is a format that is 100% tried and true, and one that I'm going to continue to be using in 2024. This one's really fun. This one is a fake podcast. Has anyone seen these type of ads on TikTok, these podcast setups? Couple of you? Okay. Well, essentially what I did is with this talent on my team, we bought her an Amazon mic for $20, again, very low budget, using her laptop and setting up this fake podcast setting. So this works really well because it doesn't look like an ad, and because podcast clips already trend on TikTok and Instagram Reels, it just fits into the formats that people are used to consuming. People always are watching podcast clips. So we did one for the farmer's dog on the left, and on the right, we're doing a fake podcast about the benefit of silk sheets. So this is a format that is so easy to replicate. All you need is a $20 Amazon mic and a laptop, just like we did. It does not have to be a professional podcast setup, and we're seeing these ads work really well. So my key is always, how can we make ads with low budget and low production time, since we're filming new ads every single week? The way the production schedule looks for my team is we film new content with my creators on Mondays and Tuesdays. We edit it on Wednesdays and Thursdays and get the clients the ads every Friday. And this production cycle is so quick because on social media, you need to be rotating in at least 2 new ads a week in order to beat creative fatigue. Ads fatigue so quickly, especially on TikTok. So that's why it's really important to have a steady stream of creatives coming in so that you can refresh your ad account and continue to see success. So all these formats I'm showing today are things that you can easily produce on an iPhone with some talent and some basic editing skills, utilizing apps like even CapCut on your phone to be able to achieve these type of text overlays and animations. On the same token, next we have a fake broadcast. Similar to a fake podcast, we filmed with the same talent, a fake broadcast of almost like a fake news story about here's the trick for the lowest prices on blue light glasses. I think the reason why this ad is so effective is because it doesn't look like an ad, because it almost looks like someone is filming their TV screen, like they saw an interesting news story and they decided to film it. So it's not only that it's a fake broadcast, but the ad itself is filming the TV. So we saw that ads utilizing this fake broadcast format had really high watch times and hook rates. Again, with the TV, I saw this on TV, so I bought it. So I work with a lot of clients that are on Shark Tank, so that's one that we like to mention is, hey, I saw this product on Shark Tank. I wanted to see if it was actually worth it, so I got it. You can also intro it as, I saw this ad on TV and I wanted to see if the hype was true. So I think the reason this one works really well is because it's that extra social proof of this is a product that was on TV, almost that as seen on TV effect. So I saw this on TV, so I bought it. I'm going to try it out so you don't have to. Here's my honest review, and you guys should go buy it too. Similarly, if your product is not on TV, you can do something as simple as, I saw this on TikTok, so I bought it. So we start both of these ads with showing a screen recording of the brand's TikTok page, and again, using that green screen effect that I mentioned before, green screening over the TikTok profile and saying, I kept seeing this product on TikTok and I wanted to see if it was worth the hype, so I'm trying it out for you, and this is what I think. So as you can see, they're all following a very similar script. We're just changing, I saw this on a podcast, I saw this on TV, I saw this on TikTok, I saw this on Instagram. It's all about adding that social validation and then showing the customer, hey, this is actually a legitimately good product. This is why you should buy it. Here's the real unboxing experience. Here's what the product looks like in real life, and here's my testimonial. So that's why when I'm working with talent on my team, it's really important that the talent is able to deliver an authentic testimonial. I actually like to hire a lot of actors and actresses on my team, as they are the best at acting and creating these type of testimonial ads, as you want it to seem as authentic and as less like an ad as it possibly can. Next, we have fun facts. So 5 fun facts about Gainful. You can also use the number 3. I usually like to use either 3 fun facts or 5 fun facts. The reason why I like to use 3 to 5 main points is that it keeps the ad around 30 seconds. Attention span on Meta and TikTok is fleeting. You're lucky if someone's going to even watch 2 seconds of your ad, let alone 30 seconds. So you don't want to cram in too much information into your ads. Stick to the top 3 to 5 points that set your product and service apart the most from your competition, and that's unique to you. And then encourage people to go to the website to learn more. You don't have to say every great thing about your product in your ads, as long as you can say 3 to 5 of the most intriguing points, and then encourage people to go online. As you can also see in these ads, I call these ones mashups, where it's showing multiple faces inside of one ad. So we'll film with the same product with multiple talents on my team, and then mash it up into an ad like this. We find that mashup ads featuring multiple faces can often perform better than just showing one face, because then your customer can relate to someone in the ad who is most like them. And it's that extra social proof of multiple people have tried it, multiple people have liked it. Just having the multiple faces in that ad adds to that social proof that everyone likes this product. Here is another classic. This one is 3 reasons why. Here is an ad format that I've been using since the beginning for years now and continues to do well. If ever I'm starting with a new client, I'm often going back to 3 reasons why as one of the first ad hooks that I start with. So 3 reasons why this is a great ad format. Number 1 is that 3 reasons keeps things under 30 seconds. Another reason why 3 reasons why ads work so well is that it intrigues people to keep on watching. People want to see, what are those 3 things that you're going to mention? You don't want to start your ad just listing out product benefits and features. The really important part is to hook the person into watching more of the ad. So people want to say 3 reasons why I recommend blah, 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 and they're going to stay to watch the rest of the video. In the second ad, we actually say 3 reasons I regret buying a blend jet. And this is a little bit of reverse psychology that actually works really well in ads. So essentially you can say 3 reasons why blend jet was a waste of money, for instance. Number 1, it has made my life too easy. Number 2, it's too affordable. Number 3, I get people coming up to me everywhere I go asking me where I got it. And then ending it with something like, okay, just kidding. I actually love my blend jet and you should get it too. We've actually ended ads saying things like, you should definitely not go to blendjet.com. So utilizing a little bit of negativity can actually get people to watch the ad because they're not expecting an advertiser to be saying bad things about themselves. I've done other ads where we read out 1-star reviews of the product, and then at the end we'll say, well, some people don't like us, but here's why thousands of other people love us. But starting out with a bit of negativity, like 3 reasons I regret buying a Blend Jet 2, can be a really great way to get attention. Another classic is a comparison ad. So you can either compare your product to a competitor's product or just an old and inefficient way of doing something. As you can see in the first ad, we use the split screen format to show this is what it looked like when I was using my old generic multivitamin versus how great my life is now that I'm using the new brand. And you can also share, this is how my life was before I found this product, here's how great it is after. Like in the second ad we did for Farmer's Dog, on the right side we're saying, this is how my life was when I had to home cook all my dog's meals versus now it's so easy utilizing the Farmer's Dog. As you can see, we're utilizing all TikTok organic fonts. This is what I've seen perform the best even on Meta. If we're creating the ads with TikTok in mind and TikTok styling, this is what's working well when we repurpose these ads across all platforms. Next, we have a car testimonial. So it's kind of interesting that these ads work so well. We've done a lot of testing of doing a testimonial ad of someone in their house versus in their car. And we've actually seen that the ads where the actresses are filming in their car and doing a product testimonial like this are performing better than the same ads that we're filming in the house. I think because they're filming it in their car, it almost looks as if your favorite influencer just wanted to take a quick Instagram story to talk about a favorite product. It doesn't look like an ad. So would highly recommend trying out the car testimonial style. It's one of those little things that has made a big difference in terms of doing a regular testimonial versus a car testimonial. So now when I'm working with a new client, I'm always trying to add some car testimonials into the mix when it makes sense. I really love this one. This one is called Phone Inception. So this one takes a bit more planning to pull off, but essentially you are filming yourself with the product in multiple settings and then taking a photo of you using the product in the last setting, and then you are inceptioning yourself into the next place with the product. So we actually just tested out this format for the first time a couple months ago, and we got such a positive reception to it. I think a great way to get inspiration for ads like this is just going through TikTok and seeing what type of transitions are trending organically. This looks like something that you would see on TikTok of someone trying out a really cool transition. And this is where we got the inspiration from this ad, was from organic TikToks. So finding these cool transitions and things that are on organic TikTok and figuring out how we can work this into an ad. Next, we have ASMR. Whenever I'm working with a new client, ASMR is one of the top ad formats that I like to go to right away. Essentially, it's anything that is visually or audibly pleasing. So tapping, scratching, unboxing sounds, even applying lotion, making a cappuccino. People on TikTok love ASMR content. One thing that I've seen on ASMR ads, which is kind of interesting, is that we also sometimes get a lot of negative comments. Like we did an ad where we were tapping fake nails on a Blend Jet, and we had comments for months from people saying, stop the tapping, I hate the tapping noise. So people either really love or really hate ASMR, and they will let you know in the comments. Same if we're doing like a whispering ad. People will say, oh, I hate whispering. You just get some really interesting engagement. And when it comes to ads, I really do think there is no such thing as bad engagement. If people are commenting on your ads, it's going to help it in the algorithm and let TikTok know that this is content worth amplifying. So a little bit of negative comments isn't always a bad thing, and ASMR will definitely get you some comments, especially if it's something like tapping or slurping sounds. People will let you know in the comments if they like it or not. Next, we have the Selfie text interrupt. So essentially the setup of this ad is someone is taking a selfie of themselves, but then they're interrupted with a text from their friend saying, hey, what was that product that you told me about? And then you're texting them back saying, oh, it was actually this e-bike from Velotric. Or the second one, we actually recorded a voice memo back to the friend and recorded that and then interweaved in more product shots. So this is a type of ad that people aren't expecting to see on their feed. It's very interesting in that first frame of just a girl taking a selfie on her phone. And the way that you can do this is just screen recording your phone on the camera screen, have a friend text you, name them as bestie as their contact so that when they text you as bestie, as you can see in the second one, and then they can say, oh, I need to know that perfume that you were wearing. So this is a format that we recently started testing the last couple months and one that's really taken off. So now all of my clients are asking for this selfie text interrupt format. So one I would highly recommend now that we're in 2024. Next, we have chalkboard/whiteboard content. So as you can see from the first one, this is one that we did for Athletic Greens, AG1. We're writing on the whiteboard what was good about AG1 and how it compared to an inefficient way of doing things before. So you can do a competitor comparison on the whiteboard. This is also great for readability. As you know, many people don't watch ads with sound on. So being able to write on the chalkboard or whiteboard the main value props of your product or service, make sure that people understand what you are selling, and captures attention because it looks like educational content. On the right, we have the one that we did for BlendJet, where the hook is us writing on the chalkboard, what can you blend? And then doing some interesting blends in the BlendJet, like blending the roses. So people will watch to see, what is she actually writing on the chalkboard? We find that these ads usually have higher watch time because they want to see what the sentence ends up saying from someone writing. So I would highly recommend incorporating the whiteboard or chalkboard into some of your ad hooks. Again, very inexpensive. These are products I bought on Amazon, the whiteboard and chalkboard for under $20, and have been really effective props when creating ads for clients. Lastly, we have Stitch Incoming. So this is a really popular trend on TikTok where someone will stitch someone else's video. Essentially, it shows someone else's video for the first 5 or 10 seconds of the video, and then someone interrupts the video and gives their take. So for this one, this was a brand that we work with called Happy Viking, where Venus Williams is talking about the new protein powder that she invented, and then we have that Stitch Incoming text overlay over it, where our creator is saying, hey, I saw Venus Williams talking about her new product. I wanted to see if it was worth the hype. I tried it for you guys. Here's my honest take, and here's the awesome benefits of it. So I've actually seen that these Stitch Incoming ads have been some of the top performers in our ad accounts at the start of 2024. So one that we're going to continue to double down on this year. I wanted to end with some quick do's and don'ts for making great ads. Number one, if you're going to be producing ads yourself, you have to keep the process organized. I rely on my project management tools to make sure that we are gathering content in the most efficient way from creators, handing things off to editors, doing client revisions. It all lives within a project management tool. So you have to keep the process organized, especially if you want to do things as quickly as I do, where we're making these ads every single week. The second thing is build long and trusting relationships with creators. So as I mentioned, I have 40 creators on my team that I have personally trained on how to make great UGC content. I find that brands really struggle with ad content, especially UGC, because they're randomly texting influencers on IG and TikTok and doing these very transactional relationships. And the creators really have no incentive to create top quality content for you if they're just seeing this as a one and done deal. What I would recommend is find creators that you can build long relationships with, where you're getting content from them every single week so that they continue to have motivation to create great content from you. Plus, they're going to learn more and more about your brand and what you're looking for every week that they're doing content. So that's how I found such great creators on my team, is by personally training them and working with them week over various clients so that they understand, okay, this is the style that Savannah's looking for. This is the type of shots that she needs. This is the feedback I got last week. This time I'm going to incorporate it this week. That's how you get the best content from creators, is by having these long relationships and a continuous feedback loop. Next, always look for ad inspiration. So that is pretty much my full-time job, is looking for ad inspiration for my clients and implementing that into their ads each week. So I like to look at the TikTok top ads library as well as meta ads library, searching competitors so that I can see for my clients what are competitors doing and what are other cool ads that are out there. I also share a lot of ads on my personal social media that I'm making, so you can always look there for inspiration as well. Some tools that have helped me in this process: Foreplay is a tool where you can share ad inspiration and save it into mood boards. So that's been one that I've been using over the last couple months and I've seen a lot of value in saving ad creative inspiration. Motion is an ad creative tool that I use to analyze performance metrics. So for all the clients that I work with, I get access to their TikTok and Meta ad accounts, and I pull it into these motion reports so that I can see the creative metrics for all the ads that we're making and which ones we need to make iterations off, which ones have the best thumb stop ratio, which ones are getting the best conversions. So motion has been really helpful for me in analyzing the creatives that we're making. Like I mentioned, utilizing text overlays and transitions that are organic to TikTok. I find that if I design with TikTok in mind first, then it's really effective to repurpose that for Meta or Pinterest, Snapchat, wherever you're running ads. But designing for TikTok first, it is what is most effective. I find brands struggle when they create something overproduced for Facebook, for instance, and then they try taking that on TikTok. It never works the other way around, where if you're taking your Facebook ads and trying to make it work on TikTok. But you can make your TikTok ads work really well on other platforms. So that's why I'm always designing with TikTok in mind first. And then the editing softwares I like to use, my editors use Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects, but CapCut is an app that was created by ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, and they have all of the text overlays and animations on your phone for free to create great ads like I shared today. So that's a great one to start with if you're making your own ads. A couple quick don'ts. Don't make your ads over 40 seconds. People don't have the attention span for that. Don't forget to add text overlays. Most people watch their videos without sound, so assume that people should be able to get the top value props of your ad without actually having sound on. This is really important. Don't assume that your ad actress or content creator is a creative strategist or digital marketer. It is up to us to provide a very detailed briefs and scripts to set creators up for success. Creators don't often know what hooks are or value props or how to have an effective CTA. What I do with the creators on my teams is that I provide very detailed scripts and briefs of the shot lists that we need for raw content and the script reads that we need. And then I take that raw footage to the editors to edit into the storyboard that I have in mind. So I do find that brands struggle when they just send a product to a creator and hope for the best. You really need to provide them with the strategy and marketing expertise so that they can do what they do best, which is filming great content, authentic testimonials, great lighting, but don't rely on them to be your creative strategist. Another thing is don't forget to make iterations of best performers. I know we're always trying to think of what's the latest and greatest ad type and new crazy ideas to test for ads, but often what's most important is actually going through your ad account and doubling down on your best performers. So if you have a best performing ad, maybe you're slightly tweaking the hook, so keeping the first 2 seconds of the ad the same, but changing the body. Or you're shooting the exact same ad again, but with different talent. So when I'm creating ads for clients, not only am I trying to think of out of the box, net new concepts, I really think it's important every week that you make an iteration of your top performing ads so that you can get more life out of your top ads. And lastly, don't use copyright protected music in ads. I see brands do this all the time, especially on TikTok. You should really be utilizing commercial-free music libraries when creating any ad content. Well, that's it for my tips. Please don't hesitate to get in touch with me on my website. I have my full ad creative portfolio on my website where I have hundreds of ad examples. So if you want to see more ad examples that I've made, please get in touch with me there. I also share ad examples pretty much daily on my Twitter, IG, and LinkedIn. So would love to connect with you there. And I believe now we're going to do some Q&A.
Actually, we have a really short break. So we're going to, if you're, first of all, huge round of applause, Savannah Sanchez, everybody. I'm like doing like logistics. So we actually have a really short turnaround. We have a next speaker in about 10 minutes. So we're going to actually have Savannah down here, if you don't mind. And then if you have questions, come up and meet with Savannah. We're back in here 10 minutes, so you get a quick break. But please come up here if you have questions for Savannah. One more big round of applause. Thank you so much.
Thank you.